I would say about 80% of my clients come in and don't really know how to take care of their hair at home, where it's like a top tier experience. Like, I know everything that I'm doing, I'm one with my hair, I get it. Rarely ever see those scenarios where people have it all together when it comes to their natural hair. If you are unsure, if you are looking for some answers on just the best ways to take care of your hair at home and to really learn your hair, this is a video for you. Please watch it all the way through. You don't want to skip any steps, and let's get into it. The first thing I want to share with everybody is, and I don't want to sound all like woke and like super introspective, but kind of who I am. You really want to learn your hair. Like, you really want to get to know your hair. If you're good with relationships, you can be good with your hair. I like to liken it to getting to know a person, what you would do when you want to make a new friend, when you want to date somebody, just all of those things in relationships. You really need to build a personal and intimate relationship with your hair. Know it in and out. Just try and get to know it as deeply as you can. That takes being attentive. That takes one-on-one time with your hair. That takes trying new things and new experiences, being in different environments and seeing how your hair reacts. Like, these are all things that we do with people and learn people that way. But I don't think a lot of people take that same thought process and apply it to learning their hair. Your hair is your hair. It's nobody else's. You can't learn your hair by looking at somebody else do their hair. It's not yours. And for other reasons outside of it's not growing from your scalp, you don't live the same life as this person. You don't have the same time constraints. You may live in a different area. Just a lot of things about their lifestyle or an influencer's lifestyle, or whoever you might look at, even a friend who has great hair. You can't compare the two because your lives are completely different. So what I want to empower everybody to do is really start taking steps towards building a healthy, loving, nurturing relationship with your hair. That's the only way that you're going to be able to approach your hair without fear, with confidence, with the knowledge and security that you need to really be able to be in control and to know how to handle it. You know, I liken it to people. If I know my friends' triggers, if I know what makes a friend happy, that tells me a lot about what my interactions with my friend should be. If I've been through something with my hair or seen my hair do something in a certain scenario, I know how it's going to react. I know if I use a certain product and pay attention to how my hair reacts to it, I then know like what to do next, versus being frustrated, confused. I just know how to take it from there because me and my hair have gone through a lot together. So I don't just want you to go through experiences with your hair, but I want you to also pay attention to your hair and really take genuine concern in what's going on with your hair, how it reacts to certain things, how you like it best. If you're good at relationships, you can be good at your hair. Of course, we don't want toxic relationships with our hair. We want good, loving relationships with our hair. So what happens when you want a loving relationship? You have to give all of yourself. So don't give your hair 50% and expect 100, because you're gonna get what you give. So just think about it in the sense of, this is my new man. I want to know everything about my man because I don't want somebody else trying to tell me about my man. Whoever that person is that you love the most, let your hair be that. And take the same effort and just energy that you would in a loving relationship. Take that same effort and energy and apply it to hair care. Really look at how you see your hair and what can be better. I think that's like my top step. It's actually the first chapter in my ebook, is just talking about mentality and learning your hair, because that is, I would say, like 50% to 75% of the battle is just having that positivity, that healthy, good, relationship with your hair. Next, taking the time to do your own hair. Spend time with your hair. And this is kind of piggybacking off number one, but it's really important in your natural hair journey, in your hair journey in general. This doesn't have to be just for natural hair. This can be for anybody. Natural, relax. You definitely want to spend as much time with your hair as possible so that you can know more about your hair. But also, let me get into this, because you know, the whole conversation about whether stylists should shampoo, all of that jazz. Yes, stylists should shampoo your hair. Braiders is a little different because they technically cannot. So we can get into that discussion another day. But as a hairstylist, I'm always going to shampoo your hair. What becomes an issue is that a lot of people are looking at the salon as a replacement for something that is hygienic. You should be shampooing your hair at home. It shouldn't be a month and you're coming to the salon and your hair has not been shampooed. Unless it's like a protective style, but even in a protective style, you can still shampoo your hair. When it is a matter of hygiene, I think we also need to look at that. We always, like in Black culture, we want all of our hairstyles to last 2 weeks, but it's just like, sometimes that can't be the case. Sometimes it's only gonna last a week. Sometimes your hair might need a wash in a week. Sometimes things happen that make you need to wash your hair. I definitely understand people's apprehension when it comes to doing their hair so often, because in the beginning, it definitely can feel like a job. As you become more seasoned in learning your hair and getting into that routine, it's absolutely going to become easier. 1,000%. Shampooing my hair, shampoo, condition, I feel like that's light work. Like, I love that part of being natural, just being able to stand under the shampoo, under the shower head and feel that water on my scalp. I am here for it. That is like the best part of being natural for me. I thoroughly enjoy that part. For styling, my hair is very thick, so it is a lot, but I look at it as an investment. So I'm doing my hair one time this week, but it's going to last me up until the next time that I need to do my hair. So I don't touch my hair in between shampoo sessions, essentially, unless it's like a very minor like styling tweak, but I'm not retwisting. If I did a wash and go, I wouldn't be shingling or defining. I don't do my hair past the one time. That one time that I'm shampooing, styling is setting me up for the next time that I'm doing my hair. So it should carry me from today until next week, and I should not have to worry about anything. But again, that's not everybody's scenario, because everybody does not know how to properly style their hair. But what I'm saying is if you are in your hair more often, detangle more often, and style more often, you'll get into a better rhythm and a better routine. You'll know what works better for your hair. In doing that, you'll be able to see longer style retention and just healthier detangled hair. So when you're going back to shampoo the next time, it'll be easy, as opposed to if I waited 3 weeks to detangle and now it's a nightmare. The more you do your hair, better the scenario will be. I know that sounds like a lot, but it is true. When you neglect your hair, and I'm gonna call it exactly what it is. When you neglect to do your hair, washing and cleansing your hair is a hygienic thing, and I will say that again. When you put it to the back burner, that is neglecting yourself. But when you do that, it's not like the task of the week goes away. It doesn't. It just adds on. You're not subtracting anything. So when you look at it like, oh, instead of doing my hair 3 times in these 3 weeks, I'm just gonna do it the one time in the 3 weeks. But you're really doing the 3 weeks worth of work in the one session. And that's why it feels so hard for you, because my shampoo sessions are so easy. My detangle sessions are extremely easy, and I don't think that comes from me just being a skilled hairstylist. That comes from me really learning hair, really doing my own hair. And that was, I can say that my shampoo sessions and twist outs and things definitely got easier once I started doing clients. But even beforehand, I didn't hate doing my hair. I really want to empower you to do your hair more often. If this month can be a month that you do your hair once a week or at least every 10 days. I understand life happens. I can't always do my hair on the dot. If it goes longer than that, I already know that it's gonna be an elongated session because now I need to do extra treatments and things that, just add on to the process. Do your hair and do your hair often. It is important. It's going to help you. It's going to seem painstaking in the beginning, but it is going to be helpful in the long run. My third tip, wear your hair out. And I say this as I have a protective style in, but normally my hair is out. So what can I say about this? I feel like a lot of the time I see my clients or even people that I know that are going natural, but they're going natural underneath wigs and braids, and they're not really facing the reality that is their hair. So I always find this to be a ginormous mistake, especially when people are starting from a big chop and want to grow their hair out, and then I'll wear my hair out when it's long enough. The issue with that, you're always gonna have an easier time learning your hair when there's less of it. I big chopped in 2009, and I think the best thing I could have done for myself was not try to hide my hair. Like, I was very much okay with my short hair. In doing that, I was able to learn how to deal with my hair, what products my hair liked when it was short and extremely manageable. So by the time it was growing out, especially with the density that my hair has, it's like I didn't feel overwhelmed because I grew my skills with my hair. I grew my skills with my growing length. So it never felt like an abrupt, like, here's all this hair thrown at me. It very much felt like if it reached an awkward stage and something wasn't working, it's like, oh, I'll make an adjustment. But it was never like an overwhelming, shocking, and torturous experience. It was always very minimal. If something didn't work, it wasn't a big deal. And I could easily pivot because I was already used to doing my hair before. So I definitely think growing with your length is super important, especially if you're big chopping. I would heavily implore you to wear your hair in its short state. Do wash and goes, experiment with finger coils. Like, that's the time when you're using so little product and it takes so little time to do. And if it's a fail, you can just do it over. Take that time instead of trying to hide, like, oh, well, I don't know how my face is gonna look. Let me also say something about that. When you big chop, I big chopped, my hair was probably like here when it was relaxed. And I was always my whole life known, oh, Ashley, the tall, pretty, dark-skinned black girl with long hair. That was me. If I told people before I was big chopping, because I didn't, if I told my family, if I told my friends before I was gonna big chop that I was gonna cut my hair off, they all would have told me not to. But since I knew that, I said, I'm just gonna do it. And when everybody saw me, it wasn't like, oh, you look so crazy. It was, the first thing was, why did you cut your hair? Because I felt like it, because I wanted to. When you carry yourself with that confidence, nobody has anything to say. So make it less about you being insecure, like, what will people think of me? And own it. Once you own it, everybody will be like, oh, it looks good. Because they have nothing else to say. Nobody's gonna sit there and tell you that that was a horrible idea. Nobody's gonna tell you that you look ugly. Don't feed into the hype. If it's only your mind telling you, like, why am I not wearing my hair out? And the answer is because you're scared of other people's perception, that's not good enough. Don't do it. So that was my exact mentality going into being natural, and I wore it out because what are you gonna tell me? Wear your hair out and get to know it. I'm not saying don't take breaks. Wear your hair out for a month or 2 months. Lastly, and this of course still ties in, but nurture your hair. When it comes to being nurturing, you're invested in seeing something be better, and you're invested in seeing something. So the first step in nurturing your hair is really knowing what your end goal is going to be. A lot of people are going natural, and then I'm like always asking my clients, so what is your ultimate goal for your hair? And a lot of people can't tell me. They don't have like a specific vision or goal for themselves when it comes to their hair. And I really want everybody to have that. I want you to have something to strive for. That doesn't only need to be, oh, I want my hair to be grown out. I want you to think of, what shape do I want my hair to be? Do I want to do color? Like, I want you to think of a look that you are trying to attain, because that's gonna give you some sort of direction. That's gonna give you expectations, like hardcore expectations as to what you need to do. Just make it like something you can touch. It's like gonna be more tangible, and it's gonna give you better direction. Second time I big chopped, I knew I wanted to relax my hair, but also I knew that I wanted to grow it out and get a bob. And I succeeded. I did that. That was what I was striving for, you know? That just gives you better insight as to like what you need to do, how you need to cut it, how often you need to cut it, what treatments you're trying to do. Like, it just gives you some motivation. Like, I really want to get to this place, so this is what I'm doing. I find when people have no direction, it doesn't lead to you really caring or like investing in your hair, because you don't care about where it's going. My next hair goal, I already have the shape that I want. I can make it stronger. My hair is pretty much in a bob length, but I do want my hair to grow longer, and in that case I probably would alter the front, maybe do like some layers, because when I wear it curly, I'm not gonna be able to wear it forward. So I don't really know that I want like all that heaviness, but that's my hair goals for the year, like to really focus on growing it out. So what does that mean for me? I'm going to do more consistent haircuts and a lot of treatments, and probably start taking biotin. That just tells me all the effort that I need to put in to really achieve this goal. Nurture your hair, love on your hair, take care of your hair. Some basic things that you need to do for your hair: you should be doing an at-home treatment. You should be getting a haircut every 6 to 8 weeks. Your at-home treatments can be, if it's a moisture treatment, it can be every time you shampoo. If it is a protein treatment, you probably don't want it to be more than once or twice a month, because they are kind of drying. So it depends on the state of your hair. If you are color treated, make sure that you have some color safe shampoos, conditioners, products, all of the things. Olaplex is a great line. K18 is also great, and also Redken. Yeah, just doing the basic things to take care of your hair, and then adding onto it with your hair goal is ideal. And I would love to see everybody's hair goals in the comments. So being attentive and having a relationship with your hair, doing your hair once a week, wearing your hair out, and nurturing your hair / creating a hair goal are the 4 things that I really want you to do in 2023 to just learn your hair and be a better curly girl. So thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, drop your hair goals below. Let me know what your plans are for 2023 when it comes to your hair. And if you have any questions, of course, I'll answer them in the comments. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at @TheChevalier, and I'll be back for another video at another time. Thanks so much for joining me, and I can't wait to talk to you again.